Imagine standing on a battlefield, sword in hand, when the sky above turns black. You expect thunder, perhaps rain, but instead, you feel the hair rise on your neck. Daylight has vanished. The sun itself is gone. And at that moment, two armies drop their weapons. Contact set up! We begin in 585 BC, on the dusty plains between the Lydians and the Medes in what is now Turkey. These two powerful kingdoms had been locked in a brutal, bloody war for over 6 years. The battles were fierce, the losses mounting, and neither side could claim victory. Historical background: the Lydians, known for their wealth, gold coinage, and powerful king, Herodotus II. The Medes, a rising power in the east, led by Cyaxa's warriors, with ambitions to dominate the region. The conflict started over territorial disputes and spiraled into a long, exhausting war. Both sides fought with determination, and the hatred between them ran deep. Armies clashed with iron swords, spears, and bows. Villages were raided, farmland burned, and thousands lay dead. Lead into the day. By May 28, 585 BC, the war had reached a tipping point. On this day, both armies prepared for yet another massive battle along the Thales River. Neither side expected anything unusual. They were ready for bloodshed. But nature had other plans. Foreshadow. Unbeknownst to them, far above the earth, the moon was moving into a perfect position between the earth and the sun. A rare total solar eclipse was about to occur, and it would happen at the exact moment the battle reached its peak. Fade out on the sound of war drums, replaced by the sound of a beating heart. The armies charge. Shouts echo, arrows fly. The sound of clashing metal fills the air. And then, something strange begins to happen. Narrator, slowing tone. First, the light seems different. The shadows grow sharper. The air cools. And then it begins. Eclipse description. Cinematic detail. The moon's shadow races across the earth at nearly 2,000 kilometers per hour. Within minutes, a golden crescent sun shrinks to nothing and darkness swallows the battlefield. Torches are lit. Birds fall silent. Stars appear in the midday sky. For ancient soldiers, this wasn't astronomy. This was divine intervention. Cultural meaning. In the ancient world, celestial events carried deep meaning. A solar eclipse was seen as a direct sign from the gods. To warriors, priests, and kings, this sudden darkness was a warning. Or worse, a punishment. The turning point. The Lydian and Median soldiers, terrified, stop fighting. Spears drop to the ground. The commanders themselves, equally shaken, begin shouting for a halt. Narrator. Imagine it. One moment, you're in the heat of battle, and the next, you're staring at a blackened sun. The thought strikes you. Maybe this war has angered the gods. Ancient accounts. The Greek historian Herodotus later recorded the event in his histories. He claimed that the eclipse was so shocking, both sides agreed to stop fighting immediately. This wasn't just superstition. This was survival. If the gods had sent such a sign, continuing to fight could bring disaster on both kingdoms. Resolution begins. On that very day, the Lydians and the Medes laid down their weapons. Messengers crossed the battlefield, not with demands, but with olive branches. The eclipse had done what years of negotiation could not. It ended the war. The kings of Lydia and Media met and agreed to a peace treaty. The Thales River would be the boundary between their kingdoms. To strengthen the peace, they arranged a royal marriage. Daughter of King Herodotus of Lydia would marry as son of King Cyaxa's of Media. This alliance not only ended the war but ensured cooperation between the two nations for years. Scientific significance. Modern astronomers have confirmed the eclipse occurred on May 28, 585 BC, making it one of the earliest historical events that can be dated with absolute precision. The event is known today as the Eclipse of Thales, named after the Greek philosopher Thales of Miletus, who is said to have predicted it. Cultural impact. The story shows how powerful natural phenomena can influence human behavior, even halt a brutal war. It also reminds us that before science, the sky was a message board of the gods. Closing reflection. Emotional ending. The sun's light returned, and with it, a new era of peace. The battlefield, moments before drenched in blood, became a place of silence. All because, for a few precious minutes, the world stood still under a darkened sun. Visual. The eclipse slowly fades to daylight. Soldiers lower their heads in awe. Call to action! History isn't just about dates and kings. It's about moments. Moments when the impossible happens. When the course of human events changes in the blink of an eye. V.